Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mohammad Ubaid and this is another video of basics of structural analysis. And today we are going to deal with a very important topic, and in this topic we will learn what are different methods of structural analysis for an indeterminate structure, and what are the different criteria for choosing a suitable method for a particular problem. We will see some example for our illustration purpose. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and share this video, and if you have any confusion regarding any point, please comment down in the comment box and I will try to answer all your comment as soon as possible. So let's get started with the video.
For doing the structural analysis of indeterminate structure, we have two methods. The first method is force method, okay, and the other method is displacement method, okay. And in this force method, forces are unknown, and in displacement method, as the name suggests, displacements, or you can say displacements, are unknown, okay. And in both these methods we establish some relationship, okay. In both these methods, or we can just write separately so that there is no confusion. We establish some relationship between force and displacement equation. We write some force and displacement equation in both these methods, force and displacement equations, okay, force and displacement equation. And after writing force and displacement equations, we try to find out these unknown forces by using compatibility equations in force method, and by using equilibrium equations in displacement method. So here you can see the difference between these two methods. In force method we take forces as unknown, and in displacement method we take displacement as unknown. And in force method we write force and displacement equations, and in displacement method we also write force and displacement equation, but we find the unknown forces by using the compatibility equations. In force method, however, we find the unknown displacements by using equilibrium equations in displacement method, okay. Now what are the different methods which comes under this category of force method and which comes under the category of displacement method? But one thing which has remained is that due to the use of compatibility equations in the force method, this method is also called as compatibility method, okay. This method is also called as compatibility method, okay. And displacement method is also called as equilibrium method. Displacement method is also called as equilibrium method. While applying force method, we sometimes have to write a flexibility matrix, okay. So because we have to utilize the flexibility matrix in force method, so this force method is sometimes also called as flexibility method, okay. And as we have to write the flexibility matrix in force method, we have to write a stiffness matrix in displacement method. That's why this method is also called as stiffness method. Okay, this method is also called as stiffness method. Now we will see where we will apply force method and where we will apply displacement method, because in force method the forces are unknown, so this method will be suitable at those positions where the unknown forces are less. Okay, because in any structure there are two things, one is force and the other is displacement. So if in a structure the unknown forces are less, okay, if in a structure the unknown forces are less, we will apply force method, and if in a structure unknown displacements are less, we will apply displacement method. Now how we will find these unknown displacement and unknown forces? As in our previous video we have discussed in detail about finding the kinematic indeterminacy and finding the static indeterminacy. So force method we will apply in those questions where the degree of static indeterminacy is less than degree of kinematic indeterminacy. Okay, what does it mean? It means that if in any question the degree of kinematic indeterminacy is more than the degree of static indeterminacy, we will apply force method, and if in any question the degree of static indeterminacy is more than the degree of kinematic indeterminacy, we will apply the displacement method. Okay, we will see how we will choose these two methods, between these two methods, by an example. First we will just write down some of the method which comes under the category of force method and displacement method. Okay, so the first method which comes under the category of force method is three moment theorem, or you can say that Clapeyron theorem. And the second method is column analogy method. Okay, column analogy method. And the third one is Castigliano's theorem. Castigliano's theorem. And the fourth one is flexibility matrix method. Okay, flexibility matrix method. Now what are the method which comes under the category of displacement method? Okay, so the most important method which comes in the category of displacement method are slope deflection method. Okay, this is very important and very easy method. Okay, and the other method is moment, and the other method is moment distribution method. Okay, and the third one is the stiffness matrix method. So these are the some methods which comes under the category of force method and which comes under the category of displacement method. Okay, now we will just take some example in which we will see how we can differentiate between the method which we should apply for a particular question. Okay, so let's see that example. Now if I want to find the degree of static indeterminacy of this particular beam, what was the formula for finding the degree of static indeterminacy? Am plus r minus bj plus gamma. Okay, so in this beam there is only vertical loading, so the number of action in member will be 2. Okay, and what will be those action? Those action will be equal to and bending moment, and the other one will be shear force. There will be no axial force because there is no horizontal loading Okay, and the number of m is 1 2 3, m is 3, number of reaction is, because there is no horizontal loading, there will be no horizontal reaction at all these pin support. Okay, so what is the total number of reaction at this support? 1 2 3 4, the number of reaction is 4. And what will be the value of B? Because there is no horizontal loading, the value of B will be 2. And what are those two equilibrium equations are? The equilibrium equation is m is 0 and sigma Fy is also 0. Okay, there will be no Fx equal to 0 because there is no horizontal loading. Okay, and we know that gamma is 0, so the degree of static indeterminacy will be equal to 2, A is 2 and m is 3, and the value of R is 4 minus B is 2, and what is the value of J? J is 1 2 3 4, number of joint is 4. Okay, so we can just count very easily. 6 plus 4 minus 8, it comes out to be 2. Okay, now I will find the degree of kinematic indeterminacy of this beam, and the formula was Aj plus gamma minus R, and the value of A is 2 and the value of J is 4 and gamma is 0 and R is equal to 4. So it will be equal to 8 minus 4, it will be equal to 4. Okay, so now what are we seeing? We can see that for this particular beam, the number of ds, number of degree of static indeterminacy, is less than the number of less than the degree of kinematic indeterminacy. So ds is less than dk. It means that there are, what does dk shows? Dk shows that dk is equal to number of unknown displacement in a beam. Okay, and ds is equal to number of unknown forces in a beam. So we can see that the number of unknown forces is less as compared to the number of unknown displacement for this particular type of beam. So for this beam we will go for force method of analysis. Okay, we will go for force method of analysis. Okay, now we will just change some condition in this beam and then we will see what method will be used for that particular beam. Okay, so let us just change some support condition in this beam. Okay, so in this in the previous beam I have just made two change. I have changed the end pin support by fixed support. Okay, so now the value of A is same, A was 2, the number of member is also same 3, number of reaction will be different. Okay, so the number of reaction will be different, so there will be one vertical reaction, there will be one moment, there will also be one vertical reaction, there will be also a moment. So 2 3 4 5 6 reaction are there. And what is the value of B? B is also 2 as I have told you in previous question. And what is the value of J? 1 2 3 4, number of joint is also 4. So we can count very easily. 6 plus 6 minus 8. Okay, so it is 12 minus 8, so the ds is equal to 4. Now I want to find the kinematic indeterminacy of this particular beam. So the value of kinematic indeterminacy will be equal to 2j minus r plus gamma. So the value of j is 4 minus reaction is 6, so 8 minus 6, it is 2. And what are these two unknown displacements? The two unknown displacements are here. Okay, here there will be a one rotation at this pin support, and there can also be one rotation at this pin support. Okay, because there cannot be any horizontal movement, there cannot be any vertical movement, there can only be one rotation at this pin support, and there can only be one rotation at this pin support. Okay, because and there will be no movement at this fixed support, and there will be no movement at this fixed support. So there is only 2 degree of kinematic two unknown displacement. So we can write that the ds is more than the value of dk, and from here we can conclude that the degree of kinematic indeterminacy is less than the degree of static indeterminacy, which means that the unknown displacement is less than the number of unknown forces. So in this particular question we will go for displacement, we will go for displacement method of analysis. Okay, So in this way we can find out very easily which method should we choose for our problem, so that we can solve the problem in minimum time and very efficiently. Okay, thanks for watching, and we will meet in our next video.